guys, welcome back. If you guys watched my video where I propagated my entire large Monstera Deliciosa, you can only imagine that those cuttings have already rooted up, and today we are going to be potting them up. I've also mentioned that I have several propagations going around my apartment right now, but last night I went to the Dollar Tree with my sister. It's not even March yet and the spring stuff is already out, but I saw these cover pots, these plastic pots right here. I think these are 5-inch pots, so a pretty good size for $1.25. You really can't beat that. But I really wanted to use these because I had picked up these orchid. I bought these on Amazon probably like 2 months ago now. I had a Monstera albo in one of these, but I ended up just switching it into a pot like this with no self-watering insert. So when I saw these, it made me think about the orchid pots that I had, and look at how well that fits into there. I don't really mind that this is like this, but I was so excited when I got home and I saw that these fit inside of here. I could not wait to pot these Monstera up. And because they are Monstera Deliciosa and they get big fairly quickly, I thought putting them in a 5-inch, is this a 5-inch pot? Like, let's be for real. It doesn't even say the size, does it? Oh wait, it does say the size under the sticker. But I just glued my, oh, I got it. So it's a 6.25 by 5.62 pot. So about 5 to 6 inches wide, which is the perfect size pot. I really need to go get more of these, but this was the only neutral color that they had. The other colors were like lime green, hot pink, and no. So I did end up buying the last 3 neutral colored ones that I found at that Dollar Tree, but I am going to be on the hunt. Now, as for the Monstera Deliciosa propagations, I know they're not gonna all fit into these 3 pots, so I plan to keep some of them in water for a little bit longer. My favorite ones right here. And look at this root system. Honestly, I'm really not surprised that the roots have grown this well. I've never really had an issue propagating Monstera Deliciosa. You know that I did end up with 30 cuttings, and I think I have about 20 now, but that's because a lot of the leaves were yellowing, so I would cut the leaf off. Then I took the chunks and I tried to propagate them in perlite, but I just didn't want to keep up with those, so I ended up tossing all of them. And I kept all of the propagations that were rooting in water with the leaf still attached, just to make my life a whole lot easier. Literally every time I see anything on my plant, I think it's thrips. I don't really think I ever knew what thrips really were until recently. I was looking at a Reddit thread about thrips and it described exactly what I was dealing with. I dealt with the same thing with my bonsai. What tree was that? It was a ficus. Oh. When I had a ginseng ficus, that thing had thrips like crazy. Like, no matter how much alcohol I put on it or anything, the thrips never went away. So I ended up tossing that plant, but I really didn't want to lose my Calathea orbifolia. So I soaked that plant with alcohol, all of the insecticidal soap, all of the pesticides you could find. Like I said in my last video, I don't know if she's thrip free, but I am working to revive her. I accidentally didn't water her for like a week and a half on accident. And then when I went to go water her, she was extremely dry. So hopefully that doesn't do too much damage to her. And I also ended up finding thrip on one of my Monstera albo. I think I have 4 or 5 Monstera albo, and I found thrip on one of those too. So those are all separated from the rest of my plants. It's kind of sad because I love those plants so much, but I am not trying to have my whole collection get thrip. Those are so annoying to deal with. Like, I had no idea what that was. I didn't even know it was a bug. I didn't know what was wrong with my plant, but now I know what thrip is, what thrips are. And I don't like them. Mealybugs and thrips, ugh, literally the most annoying houseplant pest to deal with. First things first, I'm so excited to pot these up. Let's start by filling this up. I don't have a scooper, but I'm sure I could find something. Found something. I know you guys hate when I use glass to scoop my pond, but it's because I'm lazy. Once I get all this set up to film and stuff, I don't want to get back up until my camera overheats, you know? I'm gonna try not to put the roots as close to the bottom of the pot, just so that they don't need to be repotted as soon, because Monstera Deliciosa, even Monstera albo, one of my albo, the one that I posted on Instagram, the one that I posted on Instagram recently, the one that just got its variegation back, that one is rooting so well. I almost have to repot it. I think I do have to repot it soon because the way it's sucking up the water, my God. Let's get to potting these up because I'm kind of rushing. This weekend is my niece's 14th birthday. So we're going out to eat in a little bit and I need to get this done. It's so crazy though because there's nothing like kids to make you feel old. Not that I have any kids, but having a niece that's 14 is nuts. Like, I was 14 when she was born. And now I'm old with bills. I'm not even old, I'm turning 28 this year. And speaking of bills, I finally got a new car. Well, I don't have it yet, I have to pick it up next week, but I literally haven't had, oh my God, he's trying to kiss me. What else can go in here? This guy wants to come out first, so he got first dibs. But yeah, I haven't had a car since November when I went to Alabama. And I came back and my car never turned back on. So I've been using my mom's car this whole time. But there's nothing like having your own car. So I'm very excited. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay. This is the pot right here, all filled up. There's perlite, pond, leca, you guys already know the deal. This is what it looks like in these little pots. Now we have 2 more to go. Another just realized that I didn't put a string in that pot, but I honestly believe that they don't really help that much with semi-hydro. Like it doesn't really keep enough water in the pot, like that string by itself. Maybe if I had like a really thick string. I saw this setup where someone had a Nepenthes and a self-watering mechanism. I'll put a picture right here so you can see it. But I feel like using a thick string like that for your wicking mechanism, that would work so much better than these tiny strings that come with these self-watering pots, especially for semi-hydro, so I'm not even gonna bother. What I've actually been doing is just filling up the pot enough. So say this pot ends right here. So say the insert stops right here, I fill the pot up like this much. Just so that the plant has a constant reservoir, because like I said, those strings, they're not doing much for anybody over here. Anyways. Why is it so dark though? Is it dark or is it just me? That's enough. I definitely want to get these out of the way because there's just so many Monstera Deliciosa cuttings, like I can't even handle it. Like how am I supposed to pop this one in here like this? I don't know. My other Monstera Deliciosa that I potted up, my medium-sized one, the one that's taken over the spot of my last large one, that one, I haven't repotted that plant in it's probably been almost a year. And I don't even want to know. Like I know the roots, I just know. I'm just nervous of how big it's gonna get once I repot it. So as long as it's doing well in its current pot, I think I'm just gonna leave it alone, honestly. Because I don't want a big Monstera Deliciosa like that. I mean, I need some more pond in there. Not me trying to dig through it, it was hitting the bottom. Okay. I do want a big Monstera Deliciosa, but one that looks nice because my last one did not look that nice. It was just crusty all the time. I think we can do 3 cuttings each in these. Let's do 3 cuttings each. Oh, that doesn't look like it should go there. Maybe put this guy like this. Okay. So it can be fully rounded so it doesn't grow on one side. That was a big problem with my last one. It was just growing on one side and it was unpleasant, but I'm glad I was able to propagate it and get all of these cuttings. Ooh. When it starts standing up by itself, I'm so grateful. But yeah, my camera overheated earlier. My sister called me. She's like, we're leaving at 3. So that's in 45 minutes and I haven't even packed for the hotel yet. But we're only staying one night, but still, I need my things. I'm gonna put this guy, try to get him out the camera. That's cute, okay. He's potted up, 1 more to go. 0 minutes? Now it's crooked. Yeah, I have to leave really soon, so. Ugh, that's so crazy how it worked out like that. The whole container is empty now, which I'm so pumped about. I think we can put 1 more. Is this leaf gonna yellow? Oh, I hate this leaf. It looks like it has thrip on it. This leaf looks scary. Does it have thrip? It probably does, bro. I'm just gonna leave him in water for now and just pot up these last 2 cuttings. Boom. I don't want them to look that crazy though. Like, come on now. Okay, I think this should be good, right? I don't know. Oh, not it's smacking me in the nose. Yeah, I don't think I have enough pond for this self-watering pot. Let's try this one. I don't think this cutting's gonna fit in here though. I mean, it's not that bad. And it's standing up, that's what we need. Okay, here's the back one. Oh, that's perfect actually. Boom. We have this one right here in the self-watering little setup. I have this one. These are all gonna get so huge. I'm so scared. And then this one that we just potted up. How cute. I love leaves like this. Looks like someone took a little bite out of it. I was gonna water them on camera, but I am rushing. So hopefully I can film a little bit of a longer video for you next week. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until my next video, bye guys.